Hey, that's a heck of a team win, man. Great complimentary football. Way to go on the road and get it done, man. And a tough place to win right here, right? Great character and leadership in this room, man. I'll tell you what, great character and leadership, that goes a long way, man. Long way. You got 3 days off now. Okay, 3 days off. Hey, just be smart, right? Need just a little mini bye for you. Coming right at the right time here, so we're fresh down the stretch. That's important. Take care of yourself. Stay humble and stay hungry, right? Humble and hungry.
Be smart this next weekend, man. Keep the most important thing the most important thing. We got a job to do. Love y'all. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Finding a way. Finding a way every week. How about the Buffalo Bills? Yeah. No overthinking, right? Go play some ball. Go play some football.
It's an exciting time to be a Buffalo Bill and a fan of the Buffalo Bills.
Welcome into Week 14 of the Sean McDermott Show, presented by Kaleida Health. And once again, Sean, thanks for being here as always. Been a minute since we've been together, 3 games, only 2 of which should have been on the road. But as it turns out, 3 road games in a row in a short window of time, you go 3-0. Has anything changed for you and your team other than the fact that now you're 9-3 instead of 6-3?
I think that's it. I didn't grow any hair,
right.
So that hasn't changed certainly. But no, it was good to get some of those obviously wins under our belt and gain some momentum as we head into the division opponent this week.
In particular, this last game, you're the only team to go into Foxborough 3 years in a row and win. You've beat them by double digits a handful of times. How's it feel to have that success against a tough division rival who's had it over you for a while?
Yeah, they've been able to do what they've been able to do for a long time. Give Coach Belichick a lot of credit in their team. Our team went up there and was prepared, and they executed at a high level.
Josh has been better now since we last spoke about taking care of the football. Last 3 games, 5 TDs, 1 rushing TD, only 1 interception. What's been the biggest change in Josh's game?
I just think he's taken what the defense has given him more so and taking some of the pressure off himself and using some of his outlets from time to time and a little bit more decisive in that area.
Yeah, and also some of those outlets. One guy who's not an outlet is Steph. Steph's had a touchdown in each of the last 3 games, tied his career season high with 10 touchdowns, had that clutch catch against Detroit at the end of that game. How's Steph's attitude, his mindset helped fuel this offense and the way it's come on in the last 3 weeks?
Yeah, I think his leadership has really been felt through the course of the season, and in particular the last few weeks. Steph was a great player last year. He's an even better player this year. I think the thing that he's added now has been the leadership off the field, on the field, and the players can feel that influence.
And lately, you're 3 for 3 in the red zone touchdowns versus New England. Now you've scored on 6 of your last 7 trips inside the red zone. Feels like the offense is a little more balanced, and particularly versus New England. James Cook got his first 100 yards game from yards from scrimmage, 64 rushing, 41 receiving. So it kind of turned real positive offensively. Let's talk about Ken Dorsey. How has he matured as a play caller throughout this season?
Well, as like anything, when you're in your rookie season, player, coach, you go through ups and downs, and you learn. That's the biggest thing. It's just learning through the challenges of the job and then adjusting as you go. And I've been very impressed with how he has adjusted through the season.
Another bright spot, Tre'Davious White. His snap counts doubled since Thanksgiving. He had 13 then he had 33 against New England. Tremaine Edmonds comes up, team-high 6 tackles. Rousseau, 4 tackles, a pass breakup, a quarterback hurry. How can you describe the impact of having those guys returning to the line? Not just them, but other guys as well.
Well, we like to think that we play good team defense, and when you have your guys out there, it's a lot easier to play team defense. They've been around our system for a long time. They know what to expect and what's expected of them, and what to expect from their teammates around them. So I think that adds to our defense in a good way.
All right, Coach. We'll catch up with you later in the show to get your final thoughts on facing the Jets on Sunday.
The Game Plan is presented by Energy Mark. Trust Energy Mark for renewable energy supply.
Coming up, Eric Wood breaks down the tape from the Bills' 3-game win streak. And stay tuned to hear Jordan Poyer mic'd up.
Chopping Wood is presented by St. Bonaventure University, an official education partner of the Buffalo Bills.
Welcome back to the Sean McDermott Show, and it's time to look back at the tape from the Bills' 3-game win streak with our good friend Eric Wood. What has stood out to you the most over the last few weeks when the Bills had to go on the road 3 times?
Yeah, the circumstances were all different for those games. They had the crazy week with illness and the snow leading up to the Browns game, and then you have a very short week. You're coming back to a snow-covered place, and you got to get ready for Detroit and travel there again, and you get that win against Detroit at the last second, and then against the Patriots. What stood out is a very dominating performance, which we expected and we hoped to see after the recent success that the Bills had against the Patriots. But in all three of those games, it seems like the Bills are addressing one of their biggest issues that they had at the midpoint of the year, and that was red zone offense. It was scoring touchdowns in the red zone. Against Cleveland, the Bills go 2 for 5 scoring touchdowns in the red zone, 3 for 4 against the Lions, and then a perfect 3 for 3 against the Patriots. And in all three games, Stephon Diggs had receiving touchdowns in the red zone.
Well, let's go all the way back and start with the game against the Browns. Diggs finally got his first target right before the half, and it went for a touchdown. How did Dorsey scheme his guy open?
This must be a coverage breakdown by the Browns, because there's so much attention being given to Stephon Diggs on a down-to-down basis that this is why you could have one of the top receivers in the NFL just before the end of the first half get his first target of the game. There's a lot of moving pieces here. You have McKenzie in motion, and then you have crossing routes going both ways. Diggs gets lost in the shuffle going along the back line, and he's wide open for the touchdown. And it was fun hearing Josh talk about this throw as he leaves his feet to let go of that one, put a little extra on it. Probably didn't realize how open he was, not realizing that there wasn't any defenders at all in the area, and he ripped that one to Diggs.
All right, let's fast forward to the Detroit game, and they got McKenzie going in the red zone for their first touchdown of the game. This one came from 19 yards out. What did you see here?
This is man-to-man defense, and this is a receiver beating man-to-man with speed, and Josh throwing a perfect football. McKenzie's going to come across the formation. Again, you have bracket coverage up at the top on Diggs. He's drawing a lot of attention, so then you get one-on-one on McKenzie, and he's going to run away with him with speed. Josh throws it perfectly, leads him in stride, puts it where only he can get it. Bills get the touchdown.
All right, moving on to this Patriots game. Diggs got going again in the red zone. Here he scores from 8 yards out. Walk us through this one.
The Bills were targeting Jonathan Jones throughout the game when they had him one-on-one with whoever the receiver was, but especially Diggs. Diggs takes a tight split here, and so he's inside the numbers. Even though he's the only receiver to that side, he needs that space to be able to work an outside release, stutter a little bit at the top, and then break out for the separation and the touchdown. You need time for this to develop. That's why you kind of see this, a little bit of hesitation, a slower release by Diggs on the outside, and then Josh hits him for the easy score.
Okay, then on the next Bills possession, Josh makes this unbelievable throw to Gabe Davis to extend the lead. This play everybody's talking about. What did you see?
Yeah, I believe I read that there was 4 plays in the last however many years, 5 years, where a ball was released within 1 yard of the sideline for a completion, and 3 out of the 4 were from Josh Allen. I'm assuming the other one was the guy in Kansas City. But here, Josh is rolling out to the right, and it looks like a completely broken play. There's pressure. Josh kind of feels the line game in the pocket, and I think Josh saw man coverage. And so when he saw man coverage, he thought he could run for the first down when the defensive end on the right side of the Bills formation loops inside. Well, he doesn't realize that there's a spy on this play. Mack Wilson was in spy coverage for the Bills. So the crossing routes are covered. Josh has nowhere to go with the football, but he stiff arms Mack Wilson, improvises. He likely sees that flag on the ground as well, making him realize, I have a free play here, so I can give somebody a chance. And then he just kind of back shoulders Gabe, leads him a little bit back to his right. The DB over pursues, and the Bills get the touchdown.
Good stuff as always, Eric. Thanks for this. We'll catch up with you next week.
Yeah, looking forward to it, Steve.
When we come back, we'll have Jordan Poyer mic'd up from the Thursday night win in New England. And later, we'll take a look at the next-gen stats on Sportsology.
Mic'd Up is presented by Geico.
Oh, yeah! Boys are good! Boys are good! Boys are good! Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Oh! Oh! Let's go! Yes, sir! Come on, bro. Let's go, man. Oh, hey, bro, do your thing, bro. Time to ride, man. Time to ride, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, 1, 2, 1, 2. Ah! Got him. Bam. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go, man. Let's go. Huh? We gotta go. Come on. Be you. Be you. I'm gonna get you one. I'm gonna get you one. Watch. Bring it out. Gotta let it. Go. Go. Take over. Yeah. Let's take over, man. D-hand. Let's go. Let's go. You were dog. Let's go. Fourth down. What's up, Henry? My bad, my bad. You good? Yeah. Oh. Oh my God. Whoa! This shit. Holding on defense, touchdown. Let's go, D. Let's go, D. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Who gonna make the next? Cream. Come on, over these players today. I need to have all of them today. I need to have all of them too.
Good name. Good name. It's coming. It's coming. One of these times he's just gonna throw that bitch up, bro. Oh. What? That's a catch! That's a catch! That's a catch! Who the what you done? Huh? Why?
He said when he hit the ground, the ball came loose.
Ain't no way.
I'm just telling you what they're telling us, boss.
Oh, you got lucky. Hey, nail in the coffin. Nail in the coffin. Come on. Come on. Big dog. Hey, in. What's down? Ow!
They're stealing from me, man.
Right,
Every
bro.
which way possible.
It's all right, bro. Let's go! Keep doing your thing, bro. Keep doing your thing, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Keep doing your thing,
I love your
Yeah,
game, bro.
appreciate
Tell
you, bro.
Micah too.
Yeah, I will, bro. Appreciate you. What's up, Bills Mafia? We came out here to New England and got the dub. Let's go! Big dog! Big dog! Let's go! Let's go!
Still to come on the Sean McDermott Show, we'll break down the next-gen stats from the Bills' win over the Patriots. And stay tuned to hear Coach's final thoughts on the upcoming rematch with the Jets.
Sportsology is presented by ECMC. ECMC, bringing hope and healing to Western New York.
The snap to Josh out of the shotgun. Waits, fires a quick one downfield, caught by Diggs at the 45-yard line. The flag goes down.
There, Diggs on a crossing route, coming left to right across the field. Josh Allen rolling out to his right, in sync with him.
It's 3rd down and 4 at Buffalo's 25. Quarterback Josh Allen is in the shotgun. Running back James Cook goes in motion, tipping man coverage for the Patriots. Wide receiver Stephon Diggs is aligned wide right and runs an out route. Allen is pressured by Patriots defensive tackle Daniel Ekuale as he throws the deep pass to Stephon Diggs for a 19-yard gain. The pre-snap distance between Diggs and Jones was 5.41 yards, closing to just 0.5 yards between the two at the time of the catch. The completion probability was only 25.8%, with Allen's throw having an air time of 1.3 seconds to get to Diggs. Diggs was the second fastest Bill, running 16.02 miles per hour and ran a total distance of 39.47 yards.
Targets left side, the snap. Jones pressured, walks right into a sack, hauled down by A.J. Epinesa, way back at the 25-yard line. Mac Jones spun away from pressure from one direction. He spun away right into the arms of A.J. Epinesa.
With 2 minutes left in the game, it's 2nd and goal at Buffalo's 8-yard line for New England. Quarterback Mac Jones is in the shotgun. Once the ball is snapped, Jones faces pressure from both sides, with Boogie Basham on the right and A.J. Epinesa coming from the left. Jones scrambles and turns, running right into Bills defensive end A.J. Epinesa, who sacks him for a loss of 13 yards on the play. Prior to the snap, Epinesa was 7.97 yards from Jones, closing to 0.36 yards at the time of the sack. Epinesa was the second fastest Bill, running 13.01 miles per hour and had a get-off speed of 0.35 seconds. With this week's Sportsology, I'm Chris Brown.
Coming up next on the Sean McDermott Show, Maddy Glab and Chris Brown go inside the matchup with the Jets. Plus, Coach gives us his final thoughts on what it will take to stay atop the AFC East.
Game Preview is presented by Independent Health. You deserve the red shirt treatment.
Welcome into this week's Game Preview. Maddy Glab alongside Bills insider Chris Brown, and the Bills are set to face the Jets. Round 2. First round didn't go so well for the Bills, but they've got a second chance at beating the Jets this season. In 2 out of the last 3 games, we've got the running backs going. James Cook in 2 out of the last 3 has had over 60 rushing yards. Devin Singletary in the last 3 games over 50 rushing yards. When you look at this offense against a top 10 defense in the Jets, allowing under 20 points a game, the rush defense is a little bit weaker than their pass defense. So looking at Devin Singletary and James Cook's involvement as of late, why does this bode well for this game against the Jets and really being more multiple than they were in that first matchup against the Jets?
I think they've worked really hard, probably the last 4 or 5 games, actually, since they last played the Jets, to diversify their offense, have a more competent and effective rushing attack, and they found that, I think, in the games against Cleveland and Detroit, and then this past game against New England. They've been able to not only diversify their offense by leaning more on the run game, they found aspects of their run game that are working better. The mid-zone game with James Cook. And then I think in this game against the Jets, you're going against a defense that is top 5 in yards per carry against. You're not just going to get it all by handing it off. I think you have to use those backs in the check down game, in the swing pass game as well. It's a total yards from scrimmage thing with these backs, I think, more than anything else.
Yeah, most definitely. Devin Singletary over the last 4 weeks, 4 rushing touchdowns. And then Josh Allen, first time we faced the Jets this year, he was the leading rusher. Devin Singletary and James Cook both had under 30 rushing yards. So getting them going could be a really important thing if the Bills want to get a win over the Jets in the second time facing them.
We're back home. The Jets are 7-5. They beat you in a close one in Week 9, 20-17. Zach Wilson was under center then. Now it's Mike White, and he's thrown for over 300 yards in the last couple of games. How different does their offense look with Mike White under center rather than Zach Wilson?
Well, I think the system's rather similar. Obviously, the quarterback drives a lot of anybody's offense in this case. So for them, it changed a little bit, but he's still getting the ball out of his hand rather quickly, and he's got weapons outside, and they've got a pretty good running game as well.
As the Bills found out their last game, the Jets have a top 5 defense in almost every category. They sacked Josh more than any other team this season, got him 5 times. What's it like preparing your offense to face a defense that put up such a tough fight a couple of weeks ago?
Well, they're very good up front, and then they have pieces in the back 7 to complement. Some teams that are really good up front don't have the back 7. This team has it, as well. So in terms of what they do defensively, their personnel, like I said, in the back 7 compared to the front 4, they play fast, they play hard, they play physical. And if you're not careful, they're going to hit your quarterback multiple times in the game.
Good luck against the Jets this week. We're going to catch up with you next week to recap this Jet game and then preview the upcoming matchup with the Dolphins. And for you at home, thanks for watching the Sean McDermott Show presented by Kaleida Health. And as always, go Bills.
Final Thoughts is presented by Toyota. Toyota is the exclusive and official vehicle of the Buffalo Bills. Toyota, let's go places. The Sean McDermott Show is presented by Kaleida Health, the official healthcare provider of the Buffalo Bills. By Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys. Call 716-684-COMP today. By Toyota. Toyota is the exclusive and official vehicle of the Buffalo Bills. Toyota, let's go places. And by Independent Health. You deserve the red shirt treatment.